I'm sorry, I'm gonna find you guilty as charged. You can't, to me, there's no way you get to an 032 by using Listerine. And I just don't believe you didn't drink. Now it's the fact that you tested negative on the ETG. Well, it was only an 032. I'm not shocked. What time did you go the next day? Popovsky. Gabrielle Christine Popovsky, 25W8388-188.
Go ahead, Kevin. Popovsky.
Ms. Popovsky, your name.
Gabrielle Popovsky.
All right. What's she going to do?
Judge, she took an ETG the following day that came back negative. I know that there was a positive result with regard to the retesting. She indicated that she took the test, didn't realize that it came up positive, and then woke up the next day and saw the retest signals.
Well, the key is still she drank alcohol, right?
Well, she was negative the next day on the ETG. I don't usually give this excuse.
Don't tell me.
She said
Don't tell me.
Tell you. Tooth problem. She took some Listerine, which normally I would be cynical about. But she took the ETG, the next day was negative. The court might remember this, she's got a pending OWI case where when we got the blood draw results back in January, it came back 0.33 and you gave her 3 days in jail. All of her other alcohol tests have been negative. So
Wait a second. Did I sentence her on that?
no, it's a Romulus case, but you sense the violation for taking up a new case. We had to wait for the blood draw results to verify. We got the results back, they were 0.33. So the court determined that was a violation and gave her 3 days in jail on that.
That was January 6th of 2023. You sentenced her on that.
I get it.
Somebody who's been 0.33 and then they go this long of a time with all negative tests.
Well, I get it, but you're arguing at this point. Is she going to plead guilty to the violation or is she going to have a
I
hearing?
guess we wouldn't contest that the silver they came back with a positive result.
You wish to plead guilty?
I'd ask the court to accept it, no contest plea, especially in light of the fact she's got a pending OWI case.
Is she on bond on that?
Yes. And the next court date on that is March 26th.
Not a second, but if you haven't gone to court, you haven't gone to court at all on that?
Yeah, I have it next week
And she has
on the 26th.
She has a retained attorney on that case, and I wouldn't want to do anything here.
Yeah, but this has nothing to do with that, right? And it's not even, if she hasn't been arraigned on that, doesn't even violate a bond condition. If she said she hadn't been to court on that case, if she hasn't been to court on that case, no bond has been set yet. No bond conditions have been set yet. Right? You haven't been to court on that case yet, right?
First court is on the 26th.
So, I mean, I can't bend it and say no contest. So she's either gonna have to plead guilty or we're gonna have a hearing.
Then judge, I'm telling you up front, we're not going to contest the silver link. If that's the violation, we're not going to contest the silver link had a positive reading. But what she would say is that she did drink alcohol.
If she's gonna tell me she didn't drink alcohol, I might have to have a hearing anyway.
So do you need to have a hearing for the ETG result that she took next day?
No, I'll take notice of that. I'll believe that.
Judge, and I do have proof of that ETG, and that ETG test she took was a lab confirmed test, and she did send it off. It wasn't just an instant. It did come back negative.
Okay. So I'm gonna swear you in. Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm on penalties of perjury. Testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole truth self you got.
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I have one violation, Your Honor, failed to refrain from consumption and or possession of alcohol. The defendant submitted to a breath test through the SoberLink device on February 21st at 11:36 a.m. with positive results of 0.032% of blood alcohol content. The defendant then failed to submit to the retest as follows on the 21st at 11:51 p.m. At the following day then on February 22nd of 2026 at 12:21 a.m. The following day, again at February 22nd of 2026 at 12:51 a.m. Again, the same day at 1:21 a.m. Again at 1:51 a.m. and again at 2:21 a.m. Again, she failed to do all of the retests. We had a conversation about it again, she is aware if you do blow positive onto the device, if it is related to an environmental factor, that's why it forces you to do the retest. If it was an environmental factor, that retest would have proven that, she would have blown zeros. She did submit again, like she has already stated, to a ETG test the following day on February 22nd. That did result in a negative result, Your Honor.
Okay. Any questions of Ms. O'Donnell?
Yes, how does the device make a signal the user on the test?
Yep, so once they submit to the device will tell them test submitted. If it says test submitted, they're all good. If it comes back as not being submitted, meaning that if there's a positive test, it'll state on the device, retest in 15 minutes, and then it'll alert them to
It
test.
tells them in what way.
It'll show on the device. Yes.
Make a sound.
I believe it does make a beeping sound, I'm not 100%, but it does say retest on the device, I know that.
So you know for sure it says retest on.
That's how they've explained the device to us, yes.
No.
Does your client wish to testify? Does your client wish to testify?
Yeah.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you will give in these proceedings will be the whole truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
On the dating question, did you take yourself with a test? How do you test?
Yes, it was 11:36 and I had just got out of the shower, I brushed my teeth and I used Listerine because my wisdom tooth was coming in and it was swollen in that area. So I used mouthwash to clean it. And then I said, oh, I gotta blow. I blew, shut the case, went to bed and seen it the next morning that it said that because I'm so used to I haven't drank in over 5 months. So I know it was negative. So I took myself to drug test that next morning.
You mean your color wasn't called?
No.
Her color was not called next day.
What else? Anything else? How much Listerine did you use?
It was right before the test.
You know Listerine.
It went over,
There's-
but I wasn't even thinking about it.
Well, there's no way you're getting to an 032 taking.
Should, I'd make a distinction if I did this for the purpose of the argument, but to drink enough Listerine to have a metabolized and register, that's the 0.32, yeah, that's pretty unlikely. But if you just use it as a mouthwash, you can get like a one-time reaction to the alcohol, which would have dissipated almost immediately, and had she retested, those retests probably would have come back to zero, but.
I'm sorry, I just can't buy this. I mean, you're not gonna get to an 032. She should have retested. She didn't retest. She missed multiple retests, 4 or 5 of them, I think I counted. Was there 4?
Judge, if I may, with regard, so this is the reason why, this is the reason why I asked the other question. If the device, it just says on the device, retest, but my client testified she took the test, put it in her case, had no reason to think at that time, she overlooked the Listerine factor, but didn't expect that she would be testing positive. Put it in the case, she would have never seen any of the notices to retest. When she did see it the next morning, she proactively went and immediately took an ETG. And I would presume she took the ETG because she was confident she'd be negative. I don't think she would go there and take it if it was going to show that she had alcohol in her system. So again, most of the time I wouldn't believe this is an excuse, but in this case, it seems highly plausible.
Judge, I will say that house arrest, when they do instruct people on how to use the device and everything, they do always tell people not to put the device away right away, make sure the test is submitted, not saved, and it doesn't say retest that.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna find you guilty as charged. You can't. To me, there's no way you get to an 032 by using Listerine. And I just don't believe you didn't drink. Now it's the fact that you tested negative on the ETG. Well, it was only an 032. I'm not shocked. What time did you go the next day?
9:41 in the morning, and I blew in my device at 7:25 that next morning. I wouldn't jeopardize the next case or being on probation just to drink.
And
And I was supposed to be off that on the 2nd, 3 days later.
Okay,
it just isn't like it's an 003. This is an 03. That's something.
I know.
And I can't
Yeah,
imagine
but it,
an OTG 12 hours later, got even 8 hours later, wouldn't pick that up.
alcohol dissipates at the rate of what, 0.15 per hour, right?
On a normal
So she was still 9, 10 hours away from that test.
But the ETG would go back, I mean, it goes.
I know,
at least
I know.
48.
But not when it's still very low.
Not that long.
03? 03,
Oh, three's over the amount that you would have. the-
you're making my point though. It's low, but it's too high to be considered a positive through the use of Listerine on one occasion. That's the thing.
But I think there's two different things. If you were to drink Listerine, yeah, it would take a lot of Listerine to get you to 103. But if you use it topically, and the device picks up that topical reading.
She didn't follow the rules. She did not follow the rules. She didn't retest. She should have retested. She didn't do that. And that's right. House arrest tells everybody that. And she did not retest. If it was an environmental factor, I'm confident that the retest would have told us that. So I'm going to find her guilty as charged, and that's that. Now, question is, what am I going to do with her?
Judge, I'd like to address the fact, so her last violation was January 2026. This was still Ms. Tissino's case at that point. I believe you probably were going to extend her probation at that time. You ordered her to continue testing until May 31st, 2026. But as of right now, her case is set to expire. She's set to be discharged March 23rd, 2026. So I'm not sure what we want to do regarding that, ma'am.
If I may, I'd just like to make one more point.
You're not going to try to get me to.
We conceded the outset protocols weren't followed. She should have read the device before putting it away. She shouldn't have used Listerine. But I think it is far more likely than not that she didn't drink alcohol based on what we heard.
I don't know if I agree with you there. I don't agree with you, or else I wouldn't have ruled the way I did. She has a responsibility to retest. She did not retest. If it was an environmental factor, that would have proved that it was simply an environmental factor. She didn't retest. You know, this Listerine stuff. Let me just check something here. Well, so I initially placed her on probation for only 8 months. Right? Or did I extend it before that?
I originally have her scheduled for 8 months, and as of,
Oh,
I do not see that you extended her rating.
okay. Hang on. Let me just. Wait a minute. Okay. 5. So yeah, she's scheduled to come off March 23rd, right?
That's correct.
And what other terms do I have her on?
Other terms of probation you have her on, she is testing weekly until May 31st, 2026. That's what's scheduled at the last violation. She's scheduled to do IOP still at Higuera. As of right now, she is compliant with that. I don't know if she still has a balance as of this morning. I didn't double check it before I came in here. Her court work program days are completed, community service days are completed. Otherwise, everything else is completed for her other than the outpatient treatment balance. And then keeping up with her testing and sober device. As she stated, she was supposed to come off the sober device on March 1st. After we had the positive test and the failed retest, I told her to keep the device until we met with you.
She's scheduled to come off when?
She was supposed to come off at March 1st. After I issued this violation, I told her to keep the device until we met with you to see what you wanted to do.
And Judge, she has to be tested up entirely.
Okay. Anything else? Anything else?
No.
Pay costs of 25. I'm extending your probation until July 23 of 26. Additional probation fees of 80 for a total of 105. Serve 8 hours of community service by April 30. Remain on the SoberLink device until May the 31st. And I'll let you set up well, do you have the money to pay that or not?
Yes.
Okay, so you can pay that now. That's 105. And then you're going to be on probation until July 23. You'll remain on the SoberLink until May 31. serve 8 hours community service by the end of April. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, ma'am. Timothy Jamie Whittle, 25B148379A.
The good part, these are all Miss O'Donnell's and she's aware of what's going on.
Good, good. John Collier. All right.
Thanks, Mr. Will.
Your name, sir?
Timothy Jamie Will.
All right. So he was arraigned, indicated he wanted an attorney. And how was he going to proceed now?
Pleading guilty to violation.
Sir, is that what you want to do?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty here, this would be 4 violations, actually 5 violations, and you could have your probation revoked and you could be incarcerated for up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights form?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. To the charge you failed to attend the court work program on January 24th, how do you plead?
Yes.
To the charge you failed to attend the court work program on January 31, again of this year, 26, how do you plead?
Yes.
To the charge you failed to attend the court work program on February 14 of this year, how do you plead?
Yes.
To the charge you failed to clear all warrants as ordered by February 20, how do you plead?
Yes.
And as to count 5, that you failed to attend and complete, failed to provide verification of enrolling in outpatient treatment program by February 11, how do you plead?
Yes.
Did you fail to enroll in outpatient treatment by February 11?
Yes, sir.
Did you fail to clear all your warrants by February 20?
Yes.
Did you fail to attend the court work program on all those dates in January, January 24, January 31, and February 14 of 26?
Yes, sir.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to accept your pleas to all 5 counts that finally been made voluntarily and understandingly and are accurate. Anything you'd like to say? What's he doing?
Judge, he's the little's having a hard time with things right now. Good news is he got a job last week. He's got his work badge with him.
Where?
It's a Fuller contractor. We charge transmissions to Fuller.
You what?
We charge transmissions to Fuller.
Okay.
Now, that said, he's living out of his car. So he's living in his car near where he works in Romulus. His mother died 3 years ago. He's got a 7-year-old child that he pays support for. And everything else, other than getting a job, is pretty unstable. Other than he's going to Washington Community College. He had run 2 businesses after he got out of high school. He started out at Men's Community College. He had a construction company that he was running, but he got incarcerated, I think, around December. Did a
For what?
jail
Okay.
and lost all his clients at the time. There's a couple of things I'm hoping to accomplish today. One, that he's able to continue probation. But also, he's got warrants to clear up. He doesn't have a driver's license because the warrants are all traffic makers. And this probation is requiring that he does the court work program. I'm hoping to minimize the amount that he shouldn't be driving, and so things where he's got to go to and from. I'm hoping to reduce that for him and maybe convert the court work program into self-directed community service. And then he's getting his first paycheck tomorrow. Just giving more time to stretch out bigger files of costs. The other thing he's got to do, and this is a little bit quirky, this was a 2021 case. He did the plea in 2025, but apparently there was some kind of car accident and cocaine was found. He doesn't have any other drug or alcohol related charges. I don't really get the sense he's not going to be got alcohol or drug problem. And the drug and alcohol tests that he's taken have been negative. So this is really kind of that's part of the probation is that he does outpatient treatment. And I talked to Ms. O'Donnell about him finding treatment near where he's located in Romulus. She's going to help him with that. I'm hoping that him better connected with her for any resources that might be involved.
Just about on there.
Okay, what do you have to say?
Know about any of this. I wasn't aware. I was aware kind of the situation that he was homeless and things like that. I would have done a little bit more to help him. I scheduled him for all these dates. I emailed him everything, and then kind of just didn't hear from him after that. So I had no idea what was going on. He was appearing for testing, and everything was going pretty good for testing. My only concern right now is that he did miss 2 tests for the month of March already. He missed a test on March 2nd, and he missed a test on March 10th. These obviously were after I already issued the violation, so I didn't include it as a part of the violation. So I am concerned about that. Again, if he needed assistance and things like that, he could have reached out to me. I just hadn't heard from him.
I know the reason I missed because I didn't have the money. I emailed her one time about like trying to get. I just haven't had any money since I got out of jail. I just got the job. I could do everything I was required to do. I just needed money. Now that I have it, I wouldn't have any problem going this day forward. Because it costs $26 every time I got a drug test. I've been donating glad to get it up to this point.
How many days has he served on the court work? Did he miss all
He
three?
just over.
What, see, now why is that happening? Let me see the screening. Why is that happening?
I didn't have it when I got out of my jail. I didn't have no tires on my car. Weeks ago. And I had nobody to bring me a bounce.
Geez, you got all kinds of warrants.
I can clear two tomorrow. I contacted the recorder. I was like trying to arrange Zooms. They don't lose Zooms unless you get a rank first or however that works. But Taylor and Dearborn would let me just pay it, clear out the case and complete. So I paid tomorrow for Taylor and Dearborn.
Judge, just so you know, when I ran his record on February 27th, there were 16 total warrants at that time.
You basically all drivewall license suspended, or at least a good percentage of them.
From what I could see, Judge, they were all traffic related.
Mm. You gotta be more responsible. I'm not quite sure what to do with this. I mean, you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I'm kind of, I'm sympathetic. You don't have money, but I get it, but you kind of made your own bed here. Can you hand that back to Judge Middleton, please? I mean, you didn't show up for 2 tests.
It's not
How much are you making in this employment now?
$18 an hour.
How many hours?
40 hours. I work full time. And with the potential of overtime.
And again, this first check is still up to now.
Eight is tomorrow. And they're very understanding with the probation, so like moving forward, I could go to the other things.
Heather, give me a date for the end of April. I want you to clear all your warrants. I don't feel, I'll tell you what I'll do. Yeah, give me a date for the end of April, Heather. For a
April
set-
28th, Judge.
At 8:30. Here's what I'll do. I want you to schedule him for 2 days on the court work program. I'm gonna just tell you this. Full probation to set 2 days court work
Judge, can I ask for this?
and 1 day community service. I'll let him do.
If the court's gonna do court work program, they put it all along. My concern is, he doesn't have a driver's license,
Yeah,
doesn't have a car. I'm worried about
I got it. You can set that out in May. Latter part of May. Yeah, I'll make a note of that. I'm not gonna do anything else right now. I'm gonna set April 28th at 8:30. But I want to get those dates set and I honestly don't know what to do with you. You can't miss tests. You cannot miss tests. And you got to do what you're supposed to do. You got to go clear those warrants. All right? Got it?
Sir.
I mean, there might be consequences, but you've been fooling around with them for a long time. Go clear those warrants. Tell them I told you to come there. Okay? Good luck. Thanks. Let's do Makunovich, Derek Alonzi, 25W8388138 and B. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please this honorable court, Joseph Bravo, on behalf of YL Lindsay, approaching the podium, standing just to my right. Mr. Lindsay, please state your name for the record.
What, once,
Anytime set for pretrial, Your Honor. We're gonna waive jury trial. Hopefully it leaves, some pressure on the court. And, we got like a little bit of extra time to, resolve this matter. And the reason,
I'm gonna do the bench trial on May the 8th.
sorry,
If we're gonna, you got a jury trial waiver here.
that's fine. We'll set it for bench and, by that time we'll have everything resolved, Your Honor.
I know, but he's gotta get moving here.
Well, it's not him, it's the courts. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm retained on all these matters. I'm responsible.
Isn't that the courts?
But
Why is it
it
the,
truly is the courts. I'm at mercy of their schedule.
whose?
The court schedule.
Not us.
No, not this court schedule.
No, we're the best. Why?
That's
Well, what do you mean?
Well,
You're at the mercy of the other courts.
our plea agreement here hinges upon the other courts resolving their matters. I can't get the prosecutor moving in the direction that I want without these other matters being closed. And one of them is
Well, he's
the matter's still open when it's not.
Okay, listen, I'll take the waiver.
Thank you.
We'll set it for a bench on May the 8th. I might set it earlier by a couple of days.
I don't even think I can do maybe, Your Honor.
Well, listen, I'm not adjourning this again. I'm telling you, I'm not adjourning this again. I'm just not doing it. You know, look, let me let you in a secret, counsel. My constituents are my number one boss. Number two is the Supreme Court. And they tell me I'm supposed to have 98% of these cases done within 91 days. They didn't write me and ask my opinion whether or not that was enough time. And I'm just telling you, this case is over in 91 days when I go to May 8th. I'm not adjourning it again. I will not adjourn this again. I told you that before. I wrote in big letters, no more adjournments. That was on April 1.
So I wasn't here April 1, Your Honor. I had somebody stand in my,
I don't care.
at my place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm not adjourning this case.
okay.
So if you want to, I can set it for a bench trial on the Woodhaven docket preceding that. Or I'll keep it on for May the 8th. And we can
May
have,
the 8th is the furthest we can go. We'll take
it's the
that.
furthest we can go.
No, that's
All right.
hands are tied.
All right, so sir, you understand you have the constitutional right to a jury trial.
yes,
You understand 6 people would be impaneled right over there, and all 6 would have to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt in order for you to be convicted. By waiving your right to a jury trial, I will be the one who will solely decide your guilt or innocence. Do you understand?
yes, sir,
You still wish to waive your right to a trial by jury?
yes, sir.
Anybody force you to do that? I love those looks you're giving me. Is that what you want to do, is waive your right to a jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor, it doesn't seem like it's too, harsh of, like, they don't have big charges there. Rather,
What's the question you're asking?
I don't know what you're asking. These are not big charges?
yeah, just,
Your lawyer will talk to you about all that if you want to
You
talk to him.
already know what the allegations are. Do you want to have a jury trial or not? That's kind of, this is where we're going with it. You already know what the game plan is. You want to keep it,
the jury trial.
you want to waive, or you want to keep the jury trial?
With them.
All right.
All right, so you wish to give up your right to a trial by jury?
Sure.
Anybody force you to do that?
Oh.
And that is your signature here on this document entitled waiver of trial by jury and election be tried without jury, correct? All right, I'll accept the waiver. Now, so I don't want to bring in the prosecutor on May the 8th, to tell you the truth. When does Woodhaven have a docket that week?
I'm sorry, which week was that, Judge?
It's the week of May the 4th.
We have, that would be Judge Hessen's Woodhaven docket on that week.
I'm setting this for, call him Mr. Urich.
Sir. Sure.
What's he getting? Let me talk to the prosecutor when it comes in. Good morning, Mr. Urick. How are you?
We are well. How was the court today?
Not bad. Your appearance?
William Urick on behalf of the city of Whitney.
So we got this. He's waiving his right to a trial by jury. I told you guys last time I wouldn't adjourn it again. I'm sorry. I'll keep my voice up. If you want, if you can get here at 8:30 in the morning on Judge Hessen's docket, which is May the 6th, right, Heather? She's working on something else. I think she said May the 6th. Then we can take care of it that day, and you don't have to come in on Friday. Is that good? Is that good with you, counsel?
6,
Yeah.
30 a.m.
Yeah.
Make sure I don't have any conflicts. Okay. If that's our only option, then I'm gonna have to make it work for it.
I'll tell you. I'm here. Am I here May 13th, Heather? Yes.
Yes, you are, Judge.
Let's just make it on May the 13th.
I really appreciate that, Your Honor.
Okay? And can you do it at 8:30 in the morning that day?
You sure can, Your Honor.
So we'll set a bench trial on May the 8th. I'm sorry, May the 13th. My apologies. May the 13th at 8:30. What are you looking for him to do before you reduce this? I don't know anything about this.
He has yet to obtain clearances, that are showing on his driving record in the 19th and the 36th.
Just
So
clearance?
counsel informs me he's done some due diligence, but they're still there as of April 9th. So I can only go by what,
What's he got to do?
your state informs me.
They're just tickets that he has to pay?
They're just fines, you know.
Where does your client work?
He owns a smoke shop in Ohio.
Okay. How much does he owe in tickets? Do you have any idea?
That I could not tell the court.
Probably less than a couple $100, but he says he's paid them off. I know that he's paid them off. I'm not sure why it's not reflected yet.
Well, he might have paid him off, but not paid the clearance. That might be the easy resolution. You know, sometimes, I don't know their policies, that if somebody's paid a ticket and they don't tell them, the clerk doesn't tell them, hey, by the way, you owe a clearance fee and the suspension's going to stay on your record. That could be the answer to it. If he thinks he's paid them off, maybe he just did, but didn't pay his clearances.
Well,
$45 per ticket. So anyway, you guys figure it out. I'll see you back here May 13th. No adjournments, guys, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Alan Makunovich.
Yes.
242-642-916.
Everyone has the, there's some good news.
Your name?
Derek Allen,
Okay, so what's he doing?
A judge is pleading guilty to not completing the program. With regard to the fines and costs, he had a directive from probation saying needed to be paid by March 1st. Goods that to be paid on February 28th. So the fines and costs have to be paid, and I guess technically be not.
Check the quote on. Yes, I did give him that. When I issued the violation, I included it just because the fines and costs weren't paid. So if he didn't end up paying it, I did include it, but I'm fine to dismiss count one. Your Honor.
Okay, so count one dismissed on motion of the PO. If you plead on the anger management program charge, that's your 11th technical violation. You could be incarcerated for up to 90 days. Do you understand that?
Yes,
And did you sign, read, and understand this advice of rights form?
Yes, Your Honor.
You plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
So count two is dismissed on motion of the probation officer. As to count one, failure to complete the anger management program with 8-week follow-up, how do you plead? Did you fail to do that?
Yeah, I have to pass tonight.
Did you fail to complete that program? Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it to that charge. Count two is dismissed. Please accept it, the failure to complete the anger management program. His wife wrote a nice letter for him. Well written too. Did you see it?
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, it's nice, but he's still got 11 violations.
I think the program requires 8 classes. He's gonna be attending class number 6 next week on the 24th. Classes are weekly, so 8 was 7.
When did I order that? I ordered that back in August of 24. Why are we still playing with this?
That is my failure on getting honest and went before, that's my failure on my part. I should have gotten it much sooner.
What do you have to say?
So my concern is that technically his case expired March first, so that's why I gave him till the end of February to kind of wrap things up, once I realized he wasn't gonna have the class done in time, I issued the violation. He has completed everything else, I really think it is a money concern, that's been the biggest issue for him, all the things that are doable to be done without money were always done and were done on time prior. Going on, so I don't think it's a big issue, again, if he's enrolled and he only has 2 more classes left, I feel okay extending him out just another month or 2 to get those done. And pulling them out at this point, especially if his balance has been paid at this point, I think we're in a better place.
Anything else? Mr. Sheen? So he was scheduled to come off.
March 1.
I'm gonna keep you on probation until May the 1st. You're gonna pay additional costs of 25, additional supervision fees of 40. You're gonna serve 1 day on the court work program and pay 35 for that. So you owe 65, you owe 100. So probation extended until May 1. Additional costs 25, probation fees of 40, 1 day court work, and complete anger management program.
Yes, sir.
If you don't do that, I'm gonna send you to jail, okay? Period. Good luck.
Yeah, would you like $100, do I?
You work on that. You schedule the 1 day court work, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Good luck.
Why we asked the court to enter the regulation as submitted.
Sir, is there anything you'd like to say?
No, yeah.
I didn't like some of this that I read in the board. I'm not saying it was you. You were supposed to tell the police officer that you had a firearm immediately upon him stopping the car. You didn't have a CPL. And your buddy here, whoever he is, I don't need to go into it. I don't know if he was in here on another case. Wow. Didn't obey lawful commands, acting like he was sleeping. Who does this guy think he is? Is this the kind of people you're gonna hang out with? I mean, I'm just asking you, if you're gonna hang out with them, listen, if you're gonna hang out with guys like this, you're not gonna do any good. Okay, I'm just telling. You wanna hang out with guys like that think they can disrespect police officers. You know, there were guns in the area, right?
Yeah.
And he's refusing lawful commands, and you hang out with guys like this, you'll be back here by, I don't know, today's April 15th, you'll probably be back in here by the 20th. I'm serious. You tell him I said that. Was he in front of me on any of this? You guys got Glocks for? What did you have a Glock for?
I did borrow it from my friend.
Bought it for your friend. From your friend. What are you gonna do with a Glock? What do you need a Glock for?
Like guns.
Like guns. I just didn't like this. This struck me wrong. I'm reading how disrespectful this buddy of yours was, and I don't know who he thinks he is. He must be running the Pentagon at a minimum. You're not smirking, are you? Because I don't find any of this amusing. Pardon?
No, I'm not smirking.
Are you working now?
Yeah, I go back to 20.
Who's this with you?
Like,
I hope you're paying him rent.
Yo, I gave him my house.
You what?
I gave him my house.
Yeah.
You gave him your house?
Yeah, but he didn't put me in cleaning. But the house, I've turned over to him,
Why?
because I want to set him up in life. I've already discussed his friends with him.
I had great grandparents too. They were phenomenal. Nobody gave me their house though.
Me neither.
I'm telling you, I just don't like some of the things I write in this report. And you are a young man, you're 19 years old, you have a chance to keep this off your record. I hope you do. I hope you think about what I'm telling you. If my father used to tell me, if you sleep with the pigs, after a while you start to smell like them. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
9 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. No firearms. No firearms. You're not to possess firearms. You're not to possess dangerous weapons. Do we understand?
Yes.
You're to obtain and maintain employment and provide proof of that. You're to attend a Class A training center, rights and responsibilities weapons program. Attend that, complete that. I want you to serve 3 days on the court work program. That's $105, $35 a day. 200 fines, 75 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. $400, screening fee 60 for 460, probation fees are 180 for 640 plus your court work program fees, 745. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal and 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. I'm going to give you a review hearing date. If you're compliant, you come back. I'll be more than happy to dismiss your case, okay? We'll give you a review hearing date, and that'll be on motion to the prosecutor. So I'll take this under height at you. Heather, what do you have for me? So 9 months, we're looking somewhere around the early part of January, I suppose, or late December.
So we could either, we have December 23rd if we want to do late December.
That's fine. December 23rd at 8:30. December the 23rd of 26 at 8:30. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply to a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. If you violate, your probation could be revoked, conviction entered, you'd be subject to a 90-day jail term. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Any questions?
No, sir.
Can you pay all of this?
Ronnie, you can't pay it all day. We proposed that he pay $20 a month, starting with the first.
Judge, he does have a bond, and then he does have an additional bond that we transferred over from another case.
There's a
of his.
bond because he didn't show up. How much is this bond's worth?
He has a $300 bond on this case, and then a $180 bond we transferred from another case.
Was that was 2,010% on that one, and it's 3,010% on this, right?
Correct.
So he has $500. That means he has $450 to apply. And that's all in his name?
I believe so. Let me just double check that real quick.
Yes, at least mine is. The one on this case is.
Yes, they are. Both are.
You pay $450 now, and I will simply give you until how long to pay the other $295?
You pay that on May 1st, May 1st, Your Honor.
May the 1st. All right, you'll meet with probation. You'll get your review hearing date. Stay out of here. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we need Beth on that. Christina,
This case highlights the importance of a fair and balanced justice system. Throughout the hearing, the judge took the time to review the facts, listen carefully, and ensure that every decision was based on responsibility and the rule of law. Courts play a vital role in giving individuals a chance to be heard while also holding them accountable for their actions. The judge's approach reflected both firmness and fairness, demonstrating how the legal system works to encourage positive change while protecting the integrity of justice. Moments like these reinforce public confidence in the courts and the principles they uphold.
What began as a routine drive on Interstate 94 quickly turned into a courtroom battle. Police officer King testified that he observed Crystal Rowan repeatedly drifting out of her lane and nearly exiting the freeway where no exit existed. Rowan argued that she was distracted, emotional, and unsure whether police lights were meant for her. Dashcam footage was played in court as both sides debated what really happened that night. After carefully reviewing the video and hearing testimony, the judge ruled that the officer had probable cause to make the traffic stop. The case then moved forward toward sentencing.